Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Espinal, and joining me through Discord, it is the man, the myth, the legend, it is my partner in crime, Joshua, Gangsta Time Cole.
It's called partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What's good, Chris? What up, everybody listening? What up, Brian? Salutes to the brick wall behind Chris.
Yeah.
And an ornament. Is that a clock or just an ornament?
It's just some kind of wall decoration of some sort.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
I had a few of those myself.
A big star on it.
Yeah.
How about them boys? Also joining us is the disembodied voice of our edgelord producer, Big News Brian.
What's up, nerds?
Hey, oh my goodness, we're back for a little bit of a potentially, actually, maybe short episode. I don't know. One of our chapters is 9 pages long. So that should be fun. But yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about. Let's get into plugs right away. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
At JDCole_37. That's on Instagram, and at NYChillin with an EN, not an ING. That's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Brian.
You can find me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/itspunchline.
Oh yeah, the boy is back streaming. What are you playing these days, Brian?
I've just mostly been playing League of Legends, but I recently got back into Valorant, so maybe I'll play that a lot more.
Valorant.
Well, I forgot to fucking ask about Fortnite taking out building, Josh.
What do you think of that?
It's been a struggle.
Really?
It's been a challenging first week.
That's weird. Why would they take down building?
Because in my opinion, they introduced a few new features that I guess it makes sense because they're all movement based. Like it's like sprinting and climbing. You know, you get over shield and stuff. So I guess they want people to, you know, get a feel for it before building's introduced. To, you know, like, because if they had building, it's really the superior way to move around. So that's just my opinion. They just want people to get a taste of it and actually use it until they bring it back.
Yeah, I sucked at building, so that actually sounds good to me.
You should load up later, bro.
Yeah, maybe if I'm done editing. But in the meantime, that was Brian's plugs. You could find the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, especially because we do a really good chapter of the week poll. I kind of fudged the timing. The poll's not over yet at the time of this recording. It's still 3 hours, so I don't know. You probably won't make it in time anyway, but follow us for the next poll. I'll announce the winner next week, just because I want to let the poll finish. But follow us on Twitter and Instagram at New Jump City. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. We do have a fan question that we intend to answer at the end of the show. So yeah, join along with him and send us some weird questions, you guys. This question's a weird one, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. That you can subscribe to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on there, so check us out. Like, share, comment, subscribe onto our YouTube channel. That would be super cool if you could do that. Leave us a comment what you're thinking about each chapter that we do, whether it's on the full episode version of the podcast or the little highlight breakouts that we make for you guys every week. The audio version of the podcast goes up first, so if you guys want early access to the show, subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, all those places. And without further ado, that's about it for the plugs. Let's get into the show proper. My Hero Academia. This is My Hero Academia, chapter 348, Unrequited. Last we left off, Deku was
unrequited.
Oh, unrequited? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I thought it was unrequited love. Like unrequited.
I mean, you could be right. I mean, you You were the English major.
I'm not an English major.
I know, but you closer than I was. I mean,
Maybe.
shit. Yeah, yours had writing involved.
This is true.
Specifically.
I could be wrong. I don't know. Comment what you think. Is it unrequited or unrequited? But anyway, last we left off, Toga has confessed her love to Deku and asked him to be her boyfriend. And we pick up at that point. He's in the midst of battle, by the way. Like, they're in the middle of the final war, basically, of the series. She's out here asking for Deku's hand in boyfriendhood.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we open up with a big narration about how Midoriya is the ninth wielder of One For All, and he was the key to the particular battle. He had encountered Himiko Toga a number of times by this point, but since she had never come right out and expressed her affection in words, he'd never realized the way that she felt about him. Because for all his triumphs, he was still just a damn nerd. And Deku is just like, what are you talking about? And Toga continues on where she's just like, I loved you since the moment I first saw you. You're so cool, Deku. I want to be you. Let me suck your blood. Hey, yo.
She said some.
Some.
He's like some blood.
Mm.
Yeah, right? Just some. Not all of it.
Yeah. Deku's just like, boyfriend? You mean like a guy to take you on an amusement park for a date who holds hands with you? Ochako gets a little bit shook right there. It's like, that's my man. That's my man.
You forgot the most important line. Who you split a crepe with?
Yeah, this is...
I ain't splitting no fucking crepe. I mean, that whole thing.
I wouldn't have been disappointed. I wouldn't have been disappointed if the rest of this whole chapter was just Deku describing a boyfriend. Ochako.
You like different shit
Ochako,
you do?
Yeah, just somebody who buys you gifts. You go on a date with
someone who goes to the movies with you or watches JJK number 0.
Somebody who you take to the movies with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Basically, Deku is flustered, and so is Ochako. And she's like, for me, turning into someone else is all about love. It's the only way I can feel satisfied. And
the only way.
The only way. And she basically disappears with the waves, saying, "Tell me, hero, what do you want to do to me?" And she disappears. Does just like sneaks up on Deku. And Deku's like, I always wanted to be strong like All Might, so I get how you feel. How trying to be someone else can feel fulfilling, but I can't imagine wanting to share the same heart and mind as him. And I would never want to hurt someone I love. And that's when Toga's like, but that's what I like. But that's my thing.
I mean, her, of course, she draws it in a way where she's like, oh, how disappointing. And it's like, yeah, I bet it is, shorty. I bet it is every single time because you're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be disappointing all the time.
100%.
All day, every day.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 times.
Fucking psycho.
Yeah. So, Toga gets disappointed and she's like, you're just like Ochako and just like my mom and dad. You think that heroes are... and those they protect are the only ones who count as real people. And she goes, I guess, for the kill against Midoriya. But that's when Uraraka pulls up and tackles her. And is like, ever since we've met, the day we met, I've been thinking hard about you. And Toga's over her. She's just like, oh, you haven't been on my mind. Not anymore. She's like,
yeah, way over you.
Yeah, she said, the world rejected me, so I reject the world. And she actually gets a little stab in on Uraraka until fucking Froppy comes in with a drop kick, all business, not even fucking around. She basically is just like, what the fuck is going on here? This is like a whole battlefield. What are you talking about right now? And she tells Deku to fuck off, basically, because he's needed elsewhere.
Thinking about romance here is the last thing you need to be doing, right?
Yeah. Deku leaves. And Himiko, in a cool panel, I guess, like, gets ready for battle. So, Deku runs with super speed, which I didn't know he has. Is this like a strength thing where he could run on water at this point? Is he going to run on water?
Fujin? Or maybe he's just
maybe.
fast now with his...
It could be Fujin. It could be.
Yeah, it's
Fujin.
probably Fujin. Fujin is a kinetic accelerant, so he could basically apply that to any movement.
If it was up to me, like my opinion, I definitely think that he's just that strong and fast now, and it happened off screen, the development.
No, it's not. He's literally using the quirk.
I bet All Might could run on water.
Yeah, because he's All Might. There's a difference.
Izuku Midoriya is All Might now, but more
than him.
More.
Yeah.
With an A, not a...
More.
Yes. Mr. Krabs more.
Yeah, the more.
You cannot change my opinion on this, Brian. Don't try it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where the chapter ends, actually, at page 14. So with that being said, Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
Is there such thing as a battle transition chapter?
Yeah, actually.
Like a transition chapter it's like a fight, but it's really not a fight, and it's just a transition chapter.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Like I thought the action was really cool and it was drawn well. Toga looking like a ninja pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
My emotional strings wasn't tugged in this one, and I really do understand that people with mental issues need help and therapy, and people with patience and care. They don't need to get locked up. I can't bring up the number right this second, but I think it was only a few years ago, like maybe like 10 years ago, like I believe around 20%, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, definitely no more than 40% of like the inmates were mentally ill. That's a big issue. Definitely here in Rikers, and up in Attica, and in Chicago prisons as well. Not to make it about that, guys, sorry. But I'm saying all that to say that I feel like I have a deep understanding and have a lot of empathy towards like this issue in real life. Like these people are criminals. But I don't know, with Toga I just don't feel I don't feel too strongly about it. That's all I could really say. I just want to see them fight. I'm looking forward to next chapter. I really want to see Froppy and Uravity tag team beat the shit out of Toga. You know what I'm saying? Not like just wash her real quick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting a nice little fight and having them go all out. It makes sense for Toga to be strong enough, Black Widow style, to take, two heroes like Uravity and Froppy anyway. So and I don't even mean that with sarcasm. Straight up, like she's strong. So it being a 2-on-1 makes sense. So I want to see that fight.
Well, Gang Orca's there too, so I think it's more than just a 2-on-1.
Yeah, but he's handling like the grunts.
Oh, after your rebuttals.
Oh no. Yeah, those were just grunt. Like Orca's taking on the grunts, like the Nomu probably. He's gonna be very
preoccupied. Hopefully a Nomu doesn't pull up and interfere in this fight.
There is a Nomu there.
What I'm saying is I'm perfectly fine with this being 2-on-1.
No, there's a Nomu there. There's like one of the high ends.
But I mean, maybe their fight could just be separate.
Yeah.
Isn't Mud Guy there as well?
I don't know.
From 1B.
Maybe.
Who's that?
The Mudman.
The Mud Guy?
Cementos?
From 1B.
No, not Cementos. The Mud Dude.
Oh,
the guy that fought.
Maybe he's there. That'd be cool.
The guy who dunked Ida into the ground like a chocolate chip cookie.
Yikes. I bet you he does something flashy and cool for like 2 or 3 panels.
I'd be here for that.
I'd be lit.
It would be.
I'll take that.
But Brian, what did you think?
Better than being a battery.
Oh. Wait, what? Better than being a battery. Brian, what did you think about this chapter?
I don't have much to say about this chapter, honestly.
Whoa.
It's a gear up chapter. They're saying, I feel like this is a good way, like having Deku out of a fight for a bit gives the other characters a lot more growth opportunity in these fights, you know? So I was not disappointed that Deku left, because it makes sense that he would have to leave.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that, you know, they kind of set up Uraraka and Froppy to have a moment later on. If they continue, I feel like right now he's literally just gonna set up every fight and then probably handle them all simultaneously. Because I feel like that's what he was doing with the last raid stuff, right? Like with the raid, it was mostly like he was kind of bouncing about all the other altercations that were happening.
Yeah.
Like one in the hospital, one somewhere else. So I don't know. I feel like he's setting up. He's putting all of his pieces down to get ready to get into the real meat of things, which I'm excited for. But aside from that, this chapter was just it was a decent setup chapter.
Yeah. I like this chapter fine. I'm going to be honest. I feel like I agree with Josh. And I'm going to be honest here. I just like don't really connect with Toga really as a character, and I've tried. You know, I know what she represents, and I know like her significance to the story. And it's interesting when you look at all the League of Villains, like the original core members of the League. They're all victims of systemic problems within the My Hero Academia universe. Whether it's like familial abuse with Dabi and even Shigaraki to a degree, where in Dabi's case it's like a higher class family and all that darkness gets like swept under the rug, you know, because Endeavor's number 2 hero. Whether it's like Shigaraki like not being really taken on by the system, like, you know, he's been basically homeless after he like killed his whole family, you know, and like nobody would help him. You know, obviously Spinner is just like a stand-in for, you know, any type of oppression or prejudice in the world, whether it's racism, homophobia, all that stuff. That's like what Spinner is fighting for. And like Toga is, like Josh said, she's like a representation for the criminal, like the criminals with like psychological issues that are mostly like overly penalized as opposed to treated. But when it comes to like Toga, I mean, I just don't connect it. You know, her particular story has never like really like hit the right spot for me. And I'm prepared to eat those words next week if they really get into it 100%. But you know, as it stands right now, Toga is one of the like lesser interesting characters of that villain group. I think she was more interesting actually when Twice was around, because he was kind of similar to her, and he brought out the best in Toga through their relationship and their friendship. So yeah, this chapter was fine. I don't hate Toga by any means. I just like, there's just something missing, and maybe next chapter will be the chapter that does it for me. But as it stands, or you know, next time they focus on this fight. But as it stands, I thought this was fine, but nothing really to write home about. I enjoyed it just fine. As for Deku leaving, yeah, he has to, and it, you know, the whole point of separating him from Toga was to kind of like establish this, you know, space where they're not immediately getting to the battle with Shigaraki. All manga do this, you know, the delay of the hero, you know, so all these other characters can have their shine and have a defining moment within the story. So, you know, no problems with that. I wish that like, because Deku has somewhat of a thing with Toga in that way, I wish they had actually explored that a little more while Deku was around, or at least maybe kept him there for one more chapter, but who knows. In a utilitarian sense, they did have to get him out of there eventually. But yeah, fine chapter. Nothing really crazy for me. Any rebuttals before we move on?
Brian?
Not really. I don't have much to say about this chapter.
Sick.
I don't even really want to defend it either. It's not really that great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't particularly love this one, but I do have a few extra thoughts, right? As far as how I would have liked to see things go, right? Like, hear me out. Toga to me seems like someone that's very on top of like their mental state, which makes which I don't know, it kind of makes it seem less potent, her illness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's someone that's completely in control of herself, and even has like a high self-esteem about it, which I don't think that's inherently wrong, right? But as far as effectively getting a message across, man, how nice would it have been to get an arc about Toga and maybe her getting captured and jailed. Mm-hmm. Rather, either maybe as a flashback as a teenager, something small like that, or something large where they, ended up catching her out there because they, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna make up the story or nothing like that, but I feel like I say the same thing constantly. Just a little bit more time with some of these characters could have really went a long way. Mm-hmm. An epic fight before, so that when it comes to this big war scene, it doesn't matter if there's a few flashy panels because they don't already had their piece, Mm-hmm. I just feel sad because it's like missed opportunity, in my opinion. That's what I'm left, when I look at some of these chapters. I think that's why I feel so flat sometimes and I react a certain way.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. I definitely
because there's nothing he could have did in this one chapter that would have reversed how I felt about that, So it's just I'm not really optimistic that that we're gonna get that at the end of this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I hope for things. I just hope it ends up being a really cool fight and a really interesting one. Instead of just kind of looking at it like, oh, I hope her character arc is redeemed or something, or... All right, those are the last of my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is a little more focus could have been really good for a lot of characters, honestly. But we've been drip fed information about her past. We know what she did to really gain notoriety in her past. It's just it's very weird. And I guess the means of her, quote unquote insanity, is also not very compelling as well. The whole becoming people because you love them is the way Deku broke it down is understandable, but yeah, I wish there was a deeper examination into that.
Crazy, bro. That's sure. Not the politically correct way to put it. I understand that sounds ignorant, but I don't think it's really our role in these situations to understand these people because their brain functions differently fundamentally, right? There's no way we could really understand that, and I get it. I that's effectively being made clear with Toga. It's just not potent. It's not as emotionally potent as it could have been. And it's damn, this is a pretty serious issue, bro, that you just kind of talked about.
Yeah. Who knows? We could be speaking too soon here. But
I hope so.
I do agree. But anyway, I suppose we should move onward. Jujutsu Kaisen. This was Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 178, Sendai Colony Part 5. Last we left off, it was just a big all-out brawl between Okotsu and the other two sorcerers whose name have not really sunken into my brain yet. But Sky Lady and Pompadour Cannon, they're there. And he just summoned Rika finally. Oh boy!
Oh, she pulled up.
Yeah, she pulled up. And man, the other two sorcerers are shook. They're like, "What? He wasn't even using his full power?
What's that thing?"
Yeah. The Pompadour Cannon guy is like, "I don't get it. Okotsu's own cursed energy is welling up again." Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What bullshit is this?
Yeah. Rika opens her chest And outside of the abyss of her, I don't know, chestal cavity, an array of weapons just dangles down on these chains. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. I'm like, oh my, how fucking beastly is Okotsu, man? We get a breakdown of Okotsu's techniques with Rika. Rika is Okotsu's cursed technique and can store cursed energy for him. So she's basically like an MP restorer.
Yeah.
That pulls up. That can also fight you.
An external battery for your fucking phone. Like literally,
Yeah.
like just that you could also beat somebody in the head with, and it
Yeah.
can do it on its own without you needing to use it.
Yeah, and if you open it up, it's swords inside. There's like blades and weapons. While connected to Rika through his ring, the following is possible: cursed technique use, Rika's complete manifestation, and cursed energy supply from Rika. So Okotsu picks out this fucking gauntlet thing. It looks like from the future almost. And he says, "All right, all I need is this one thing, because we're throwing hands for the rest of this fight."
Oh, so basically when he connects to Rika, then he could use his curse technique, which is the mimic ability.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, they get it in. They jump up.
That's not a spoiler, technically.
No, not technically, because it happens immediately after.
Technically. Yeah, I kind of fucked up. Sorry, guys. But
After they spring into action, Okotsu uses Inugaki, I think his name is. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. Inumaki. Shit. Am I fucking that up?
What's
the sound kid?
Oh,
Inumaki.
the cursed speech guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I should remember this kid's name, but I think it's Inumaki.
It's Inumaki, yeah.
Yeah. He uses his curse technique, which is the speech curse stuff. So, yeah, he says, "Don't move," and it freezes Sky Lady, and they just fucking put the beats on her, dude.
Yeah. Yo, they fucked her up. Something serious.
Dude. I
It's like two infighters. Mike Tyson and Ipo on the other side.
Dude, they're multi-piecing her. It's not even... It's crazy.
Purple blows.
Yeah, and she, like...
Give her a family piece.
Yeah.
Family bucket with 8 sides. 4 drinks. Mad biscuits.
So many biscuits, dude.
Mad biscuits, yo. Mad biscuits. Come on.
Dude, Pompadour Cannon is charging up, and he's like, "Hey now, you're way too soft now." He launches his Pompadour Cannon, but Okotsu isn't scared at all. He jumps away using Rika. Rika blocks that shit, easy peasy.
Bare hands.
Yeah, and she got tight. She says, "That hurt," and she just rocks the fucking Pompadour guy, Inugori. Something Gori, I think his name is. Ishigori.
Like Ishigori?
I think it's Ishigori. But Brian, you could look that up. I don't know.
Please.
Yeah, Ishigori takes a good one to the face. Rika comes for more.
Rika-chan?
Yeah, Rika-chan goes for more, dude. She comes out of nowhere, tries to land a second hit, but Pompadour man just punches her back, which is surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, he said, I still got an appetite. That calls for an extra large helping. He's not scared. Good for him, man.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't fought monsters before.
Yeah.
He's just so tough. So.
Yeah. So Sky Lady is fighting against Okotsu directly. Okotsu seems to summon like little Rika heads.
I don't know what this was. We was talking about this after we seen the movie. Like what like who's like maybe this was I thought that maybe it was the Ishigami kid.
Oh, he's making Shikigami. I'm sorry.
Ishigami, right?
Yeah.
Is that was right?
He uses Shikigami. Like,
it literally said it right there.
Yeah,
Hair
I just noticed that.
His
Unless
name is
someone in particular.
Sorry, Brian.
His name is Ishigori.
Ah, yeah. And what's the lady's name while you're at it? I need to remember names.
Damn, I forget.
But yeah, Sky Lady is just like, oh my god, he's using his hair as a medium for new Shikigami, and she says that you Fujiwara are always in my way, which is apparently, as I'm reminded by the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, that's the family that he's descended from. The famous sorcerer family that Okotsu comes from. And Sky Lady has a beef with them. And we learn a little bit more about her thing, is that the Sun, the Moon, and Star Squad is a group of assassins that pursue lives of selfless devotion in darkness, super edge, and forsaken of the right to bear a name. Yet that person gave me a name to execute me as a proxy for that person's crime of killing a member of the same clan. So I guess like these people don't really have names, but I guess Okotsu gave her a name. Okotsu's family member gave her a name, and that fucked her up with the squad, I guess, in some way. I feel like we'll get more about that later. But Okotsu does something with slashes and stuff, and it cuts her up.
They say whose ability that is right there is Daruv's.
Oh yeah, he uses Daruv's cursed technique, which is trajectories of the Shikigami constitute, of Shikigami basically. Like he cut her up with Shikigami, and that's when they revealed that, like, if you don't remember from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, Okotsu's curse technique is copy. So, he could basically use an innumerable amount of other people's cursed techniques, apparently. We don't know.
That's Panda's fist, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the fist is a thing that he got from Rika. Like, it was an armor. It was like a gauntlet that goes across his whole hand. His whole arm.
My bad.
It would be crazy.
A wild guess there. It made sense to me, but it wasn't glowing, so it made,
Yeah.
Real quick, I think her name is Uro Takako.
Uro.
That doesn't sound right, but I'll take your word for it right now. Because I know they do say her name in like previous chapters. But yeah. Okotsu just still squares up with this lady. Ishigori's fighting Rika. And Okotsu takes a moment to tell her, is like, I don't know what my ancestors did to you, but only living for yourself will get you so far. Well, and she's like, what? What are you talking about? You live for others. You don't need to be anybody special. Anyone who says that are people who have already achieved something. All right. I mean,
if you say so,
I guess.
We've all achieved something.
Yeah. Hey, take it down a notch. You got to love yourself, lady. You're at the sky right now.
Right. That's a huge achievement.
That's a big deal.
Pretty big deal. PBD.
PBD. So yeah, at that point, everybody just stops where they are, and then everybody's like, I think like Ishigori's doing like the Wolf of Wall Street thing where he goes, he's like pounding his chest.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, because he keeps beating his chest. So I think like he's doing this weird Wolf of Wall Street thing.
Yeah. Bam, bam. Everyone's like, yeah. And
man, I feel like the remaining two fighters also felt like they knew what time it was. And then the chapter ends with all three of them simultaneously. Yeah. All three of them simultaneously activating their domain expansions. And that's where the chapter ends. Jeez Louise. Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
RGC.
Oh, yeah. Brian, what did you think about this chapter? Was this your RGC as well, Brian?
Yeah, RGC.
And it's mine. So we don't know what the audience voted is. So this is just going to be a unified, really good chapter of the week.
Unified RGC. Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
Yeah. Get into it, Josh. What did you like about this chapter?
Everything. Everything. Where did I begin? First of all, the movie was fucking dope.
Yeah.
It made this chapter... I read it before I watched the movie. And then I read it again today, and I was like, oh yeah, they love each other. I was reminded of how deep the love is. I mean, Kenjaku's former called him a womanizer.
Ghetto?
That's how serious it was. When he anyway, I had no idea his ability was copy. No idea. So when I read this chapter initially, I was like, what? I was fucking out of my mind, because that's one of my favorite, concepts for an ability outside of, copy abilities, teleporting. I guess, I don't know. I'll get back to you with some more another time. But it just fits Okotsu so well, man, because he's just like, this whole time I'm thinking, what separates him from Itadori? Because Okotsu's this just raw powerhouse that's just been putting hands on people. But, and I was like, is that it? Is the only other thing is that he beats people up with a sword and Rika pulls up and beats people up too? There's gotta be more. And oh man, did we get shown more? Yeah. They completely turned the tables. I mean, his ability. He got his cursed energy back. He felt them niggas out and said, "Let's get busy." The action was incredible. Oh man, I mean, he's not afraid. Listen, Gigi is not afraid to push boundaries. You see the way they fucked that woman up?
Yeah.
10 years ago, man, he wouldn't have did that. No, I'm joking, guys. There's actually a joke in poor taste. I don't think it's okay. Look. I'm gonna put it like this. They jumped her. You feel me? I ain't never see that shit before. Nothing in no comic, no TV show, movie. I mean, they tag team beat the shit out of this woman. And, I mean, I guess Rika's a female too, but what does that really matter? She's actually a monster. So
yeah,
sex and gender, two different things, guys, right? Yep. Rika's gender is female, her sex is monster. This is a fun chapter, I can't wait. I mean, what was the climax here?
The domain expansion.
What's Okotsu gonna do? Like, I'm gonna copy something that makes me win for sure. That'll definitely hit you, whatever it may be.
I got the win domain. I win in this anything you do in this domain, I win at it.
That's how it works. That's how domains work, right? Like it's I win moves.
Basic. It depends.
Use a basket, counter it like the other guy.
It depends now, based on like the introduction of like ancient domains and how they work, where they're more like they're less battle focused and more they're like little challenges, but you get stuff like the current modern ones where basically if you're in a domain, anything you do in that domain is a surefire hit, and the only way to defend it is to block it or to, I guess, like create a domain within the domain that overpowers the other person's domain.
Okay, so it's not automatic death if you get hit. It's just
but it's very hard.
Hopefully you're durable enough.
You're getting
if
hit.
You're a dinosaur, bro, I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're getting hit no matter what. You either better be able to block it or open your own domain that overpowers the domain you're in.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Who do you think's gonna have the strongest domain?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Okotsu.
I mean Okotsu.
Okotsu. Brian?
I think it's gonna be the Pompadour, dude.
You're an asshole, bro. You're an asshole.
I think so. He has the highest cursed energy output out of everybody there.
Why do you do these things, bro?
Yeah. While we're at it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the highest amount of love for his partner.
This is true.
Nothing stronger than love, bro.
Nothing. But
he loves that Pompadour more than this guy loves Rico, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we're here, Brian, what did you think about this chapter?
It was my RGC. It was an easy RGC for me this week.
Yeah.
This was just full of surprises. I also was not expecting him to whip out fucking Inumaki's curse technique. That was fucking sick when I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? He could do that too? That shit is so fucking busted.
It is.
It's insane that he has like a roulette of fucking curse techniques that he can just whip out. Like, he could probably use Gojo's curse technique too, if you think about it. This guy is... If he is capable of what I think he's capable of, then Gojo saying that this guy could surpass him is no shock. Like, it would be too fucking crazy. We still don't understand how his curse technique still works yet. Mm-hmm. It's not really explained. But my guess is that he can use the curse technique of people he loves. That's what I think. Because if you ever... Because it makes sense that he would use Inumaki's because he loves his fellow classmates.
He does.
So, like him like in the movie, like Inumaki getting hurt. Well, I didn't watch the movie, but in chapter 0, like in the 0 prequel chapters, when they got hurt, he would go out to take out the people who fucking hurt his friends. You know, like even currently, he'd be like, "Yo, you hurt my boy. You hurt my boy. I'm gonna fuck your ass up." That's literally what he did. So it's like, I think that would make sense. I think it's in line with his character and his cursed energy to be able to use people's cursed techniques that he loves. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Were those all your thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good catch, Brian. I actually didn't think about that. Because I was thinking about like what could be the conditions to set off copy, because it's not going to be that easy. This is Jujutsu Kaisen. Everything has rules. But
that was a really good idea, man.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, this was my really good chapter of the week as well. Another easy one. Jujutsu Kaisen is, I don't know, man. For me, the best new gen, like, of the manga that have come out. Pretty easy. Yeah, such a fantastic manga. I mean, the 3 domains simultaneously activating, I don't think we've seen that in the series yet, so we're going to find out pretty quickly who's the stronger, because I think based on the rules of the series, the assumption can be made is that the strongest domain is the one that's going to overtake the other 2. So that's going to be crazy. I also forgot about the copy technique. I also read this chapter before watching movie 0, and I had read 0 before. I have 0. I own 0. It's on my bookshelf right now. But I haven't read it in a long time, so I kind of forgot this little part, especially since like when he used Inumaki's curse technique, it was like 1 page. He didn't like do copy consecutively from there. So
had the microphone, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably when I first read it, I probably just assumed he had a cursed object or something.
Yeah,
I got from him like, oh yeah, this is in my family. You can use this if you want.
Yeah. It is funny to see like how much, in theory, was retcon from 0, seeing as how it was like a one-shot, and it grew into Jujutsu Kaisen and what it is now. It had a different title back then. I forget what it is now, but it wasn't Jujutsu Kaisen. So, you know, the stuff with Rika, like coming back, and there's a lot of questions as to how Rika is back. But I think like we have to go into this with a little bit of a mind that Gege probably like retconned some things and made it maybe so Rika never left, but who knows? But yeah, I love this chapter so much. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is such a brutal, like very uniquely brutal manga for Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
the way they just like really get into it, and they do jump people, and there's no like pride in this story, really, like no warrior's pride that you see in every other shonen manga.
Yeah,
they win by any means necessary. That is the series. It's one of the few series that legit give like vibes of life or death, all out. Don't fuck around. No trying to fight your opponent at their best. You take them down right now as soon as possible. Unless you're a coach and you're trying to protect people, so you're like divvying up your power, but you know there's that situation. But yeah, I mean,
I mean, everything's down to the T. You know that, oh, he's holding back because of something that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, it's not because he's just like, I'm having fun. No, Kotsu's just like...
Hunter is like that. Every episode.
And you know what? I have no problems with that at all.
I don't have no problems with it. I'm just saying it's just so funny the different eras. Like,
yeah. But yeah, fantastic series. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. Everybody read Jujutsu Kaisen. For the love of God, do it.
For the love of God.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. It was a big action chapter, so all we can do is comment on how amazing the fucking action is. But without further ado, if there's no more rebuttals, let's move on, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Black Clover. This is Black Clover chapter 327, Anti-Magic. Yeah, last we left off, Asta and Lieb had a bro-to-bro moment inside the subconscious. You know, where most bro shit goes down, the subconscious.
Most of the
Yeah. Yo, you never been to your bro subconscious, dude? Have a talk with your bro and your subconscious? And they came out much stronger because of it. Resolved to take down Lucifero together because they're strong and they have Lucida to avenge.
right.
Lucifero comes in with a punch, but Asta blocks it with the small sword. And Dante's like, huh? I don't like this. What is this? Well, he still has no magic, so whop. And he tries to punch again. He nails Asta in the face, but it doesn't affect Asta. Asta's like,
He punches him mad times. Like Okotu did to Sky Lady.
Yeah, and with one arm too. I don't know if this is one arm. He's just like going, bop, 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 bop. But yeah, Asta declares that he's gonna beat him and live, and he's like, "Don't be ridiculous." Unleashes a flurry of attacks, doesn't hurt Asta, and Asta's like, "You're the one who's been ridiculous all this time." And Asta uses his anti-magic to cut Lucifero's back arms off, and that shocks Lucifero. Yami and Noct fall to the ground. Yami declaring that, "I knew you were interesting, kid." And yeah, we get a little subtitle that says 5 seconds until Devil Union comes undone, and Asta takes, I guess, one of those seconds to kick Lucifero in his face, and that's where the chapter ends. Pretty quick. But Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
Oh, Loki, this is probably panel of the week right here.
Foot to the face?
Yeah, he had a when this is page 8, the left panel.
Yes.
You just see Asta's foot plainly across this devil's face, and he doesn't even realize it.
He's like,
I like it a lot. Moments before destruction.
yeah.
And Asta lets off the mightiest kick he's ever let off in his entire life.
Yeah. Throws his entire back into it.
Are you gonna ask? Is this my thoughts? Is it time for my thoughts?
Yeah, this is your thoughts. Yeah, I asked you your thoughts.
My thoughts. It's 9 pages.
I'm expecting deep analysis.
I mean, it was cool. The pictures looked really nice.
Yeah.
Asta was really determined. No, in all seriousness, he mentions that him and Lieb are kind of like perfectly in sync now, so he's stronger. That's what's happening. They're more in sync now, so with their union. Mm-hmm. So that's why he's stronger.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, he at least they gave a mention. It wasn't just resolve.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you. Were those all your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's 9 pages, but obviously
it is 9 pages.
There seems to be like something up with Tabata. He's off next week. There will be no Black Clover next week. So it could be likely that he just didn't get to finish the chapter in the way that he wanted. because, you know, whatever's going on with him, whether he's sick or whatever. I mentioned this in our group chat, but I'm like, they should just like give manga artists like 2 weeks vacation sometimes, man. Just like let them chill. At this point, like once you cross the 100 chapter threshold and you're like basically kind of sort of safe, just give them 2 weeks every year. You know, like, come on.
Right, because that's all like 3 years in.
About two.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
But
sorry.
no, don't be sorry.
Won't change.
No, yeah. I mean, Tabata's like, obviously he must be like sick or whatever, or, you know, taking some time off, whatever it might be. I hope he's okay. But for the 9 pages we got, I mean, Tabata continues to do his best work artistically. Like, it doesn't feel like he's off or, you know, not feeling well because all the pages are done. They look great. So, you know, good on him for getting it done. This was just like, you know, the shonen, nothing hurts me right now because I'm super determined and strong, which is, again, nothing wrong. I mean, I love shonen. So, you know, I love these moments. But yeah, nothing much to comment on, obviously, but there was these great little moments. Yami, you know, looking on his subordinate like, yeah, you know, I knew I made a good choice picking you, main
Remember
character.
that scene from the very beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, this series is ending soon. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That was Yami telling. That's what Yami told me. Like, yeah, get ready, guys, because it's about to be over.
It's almost over. Oh, my God. We're going to be losing a lot soon. There's a lot going. But, yeah, I mean, you know, good chapter. Nothing really to report. I don't want to, like, dwell on it too much. Black Clover's fine. It was just 9 pages, and there's not much to say. And it's not his fault, obviously. But yeah, if you're sick, Tabata, feel better. Come back soon, and I look forward to reading more Black Clover. Are you ready to move on, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Then let's go. Undead Unluck. This is Undead Unluck chapter 103, Negator versus Regulator.
Regulate.
The Regulator.
Regulator.
Last we left off, Andy was like straight blitzing through a boss forest, trying to get to Unruin when God decided to flip the Monopoly board over, so to speak, and send down his Regulator, which is the rule, I guess, known as Seal. And it seems to be one of the few ways that you can actually destroy undead is by sealing him. So, you know, a real battle is about to begin. Yeah, Andy's like, stand back, kid. Seal, the only time I ever admitted to defeat was a chick named Gina, and I killed her. So, you know, I ain't going down without a fight here. Yeah, Seal is just like, go ahead and struggle. Your undead ability, your everything, I shall seal and offer to God. And I'm like, oh my God.
And offer to God.
Yeah. So he's just like, ha, sick. Then it's about time I die trying to figure it out. And he
That is kind of the point.
Yeah. And he cuts himself up into a bunch of into a bunch of little pieces and just sends like his body parts in multiple different directions after Seal. Seal tries to seal Andy, but that doesn't work because he just like sprouts himself out of, I guess, the little parts that he shot out. So that body doesn't really count anymore. And he lands his sword on Seal's head, but Seal didn't take kindly to that. He uses the UMA that he absorbed, known as Jewel, to block the sword completely. And luckily, Andy has like a spare move. He has his arm that he cut off earlier shoot off a finger with his cool deadline technique. And Seal obviously counters that with the splash rule. And now Andy tries to like crack his neck with his legs, just trying to like squeeze him to death. But Seal doesn't take to that either. He's just like, I am the UMA graced by the favor of God. I am Seal. And through my...
Take back what you said. What did Andy say earlier? He was like, you ain't no different from the other Umas. Like, Seal was not having it.
Yeah. He
What?
says, I am the rule appointed by God to see you, and through my powers, I'll become king of the pirates, I mean the UMAs.
I am mother's favorite.
I am the favorite. And then he uses bomb to blow Andy up from the inside. Jeez Louise. That's a brutal panel right there. You can see his like face explode.
And Andy's like commentary after it is just like, wow, he blew me the fuck up.
It's like, oh man.
Damn. That was good.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah.
They got me there.
He got him with this.
Get ready to brother, go home.
Oh, it's not over.
Oh no, it's not. But he did make him. That was like the vibes that Andy was giving off with that. Andy lies down, and Seal notices that when they damage Andy's brain, his regeneration process slows down. So he just starts stomping his fucking face out. Oh man, brutal. Caves his face in.
This is the second best panel of the week.
The cave face in or the stomping one?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Both of them are pretty good for second place. They're almost tied. Just because it's so angular. Like, it's so accurate to like how his face would be stomped in. There's dimensions to it. It's actually a good piece of artwork. Like, good technical piece of artwork.
I wish I could do it.
You wish you could cave your own face in? To show as an example on this podcast?
Yeah.
So, he just continues to like he's about to continue to stomp Andy out, but then that's when the girl from earlier pulls up and like puts her entire body over his head, and she's like, "No, you're gonna kill him." And he's like, "No, don't do it." And that's when Seal seals the girl, and she actually withers away. She goes underneath his weird rapping things, and Andy's about to go Super Saiyan.
Her like a blunt.
Yeah. Yeah,
He smoked that shit real quick. You could see
yeah.
in the panel, in the very last panel,
I
guys,
see
you
it.
could see he had the blunt close to his face. He's about to smoke. He's about to smoke. What's her name?
I don't know.
Lucy.
Yeah.
He's about to smoke a Lucy pack.
Smoke a Lucy pack.
Yeah.
And that's where the chapter ends. I guess Andy's about to go Super Saiyan because he killed his friend. But yeah, that's where the chapter ends. I wouldn't be surprised if Victor pulls up. But anyway, before we go, Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
I was looking forward to seeing some of this guy's personality. I don't love it, but at least he has some.
Yeah, something.
Never really been an issue in the series. Like, I think all the characters kind of bring a personality, even if it's just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, even if it's in a small dose.
Mm-hmm.
So, Seal's cool. I like this complex he has, the favorite complex. I like the application of his abilities. I mean, he basically has copy too. I wonder who would win in a fight, Seal or Okotsu.
Oh my god.
Nice. He says, "Bah." I bet the word for Japanese is said it with your mouth open, like ha,
Gah.
like ga.
Ah.
How do you say mom in Japanese, Brian?
I actually don't know.
Brian? Maybe
Let's find out.
He's gonna do our research, but I guess I'll get into my thoughts then. I thought this chapter was cool. It was, but Seal is very much like a shonen antagonist, 100%, like nothing we've seen before, which is fine. It's fine. But yeah, whatever this King of UMAs is, it's pretty cool. Like that concept. I wonder if that's like a thing we'll see down the road, like as be more of a thing.
It's Bakudan.
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 How do you spell that?
Bakudan.
Wait. Bakudan.
Right, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bakudan.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is a cool action chapter to see Andy continue to use like undead in creative ways. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit of a stomp out just to like establish the strength of Seal. I mean, it is cool that he's absolutely ruthless and just stomping Andy out. That was an entertaining couple chapters.
That was. It has been entertaining.
Yeah, so I'm here for it. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I wouldn't be surprised if Victor pulls up right after this and shows Seal what.
Right, you stomp my fucking face in?
You stomped my face in and then killed this girl in front of me?
Never in my life.
Turned her into a girl blunt? I refuse. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next chapter. I don't have much to say outside of that, because it was a lot of establishing this new threat, and I guess setting a precedent for regulators to begin with. So I wonder if there's going to be like another one after Seal. But with that being said, that's all I got to say about Undead Unluck. We do have, before we close the show, we do have a question from our guy Mike. Sketchy Mike. I gotta pull it up because I am unprofessional, but I do appreciate it. If you guys have any fan questions you want to send us, this question is gonna be a weird one, so I guess like you could take your example from this. He does have actually another question for us that I'll save for our upcoming American comic episode. He sent one to us like recently, so we will get to that one. But the American comic episode is coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. But his question is, if shonen protagonists existed as fruits on a store shelf, which fruits would they be? And so we're not going to do every shonen protagonist that is in Jump currently. We'll be doing the ones that we cover on a weekly basis. So that would be Luffy, Itadori, Midoriya, Andy, and I guess Fuko. Should we do them together?
Sure.
Andy and Fuko, Asta, Boruto, Osamu.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah. I guess we got to do all of them, right?
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah. Itadori. No, okay, so did I get everyone? I feel like I'm missing someone.
I bleached. That would have been easy.
Yeah, because Ichigo's literally designed after a strawberry.
Did you say Deku?
I did say Deku. I said Midoriya.
Brian's like, hey.
Don't forget Deku. But yeah, if you guys want to start, Josh, what kind of fruit do you think Luffy would be?
Okay, look. Gomu fruit? Stop.
We can't cheat that way, bruh.
Okay, Luffy. You see, the first thing I thought about when I looked at this question was I looked at the entire series as a fruit, right? Instead of like just the main character. So I had a weird response initially. But Luffy. I'm definitely thinking about this one off the top of the head.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
All right. I would say he's like pineapple. Pineapple.
Is that a gut instinct, or do you have a reason?
Looks fucking crazy you know what I'm saying? When you just look at it, there's nothing about it that makes you think that this is going to be an enjoyable taste.
You mean like the gum fruit?
No. Huh?
You mean the gum fruit?
No, I'm talking about pineapple.
Oh, yeah.
Eating a pineapple for the first time, and you're like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
What is this?
This shit feel crazy. It looks stupid. But once you carve that shit up and get to the insides. It's incredibly flavorful and impactful, and you don't love a whole bunch of it, but anytime you have it, it's always great. Whenever it's around, it's always great. See, here's the thing. Nobody wants to... It's another thing where it's like, with pineapples, you kind of have to put in work to, like, enjoy it, you know? Alright, now I'm getting into the One Piece.
Now we're getting to the weird.
Oh, shit. Alright.
Brian.
That's all I got.
Brian, what did you think? What fruit would you think Luffy is?
I think Luffy would be like a honeydew melon that's actually a cantaloupe. When you cut it open.
Like a honeydew melon.
Honeydew is the green one, and cantaloupe is the orange, right?
Yeah, it's like on the outside it looks kind of the same, but then you cut it open and you're like, oh shit, this is a cantaloupe. Whoops.
Whoa.
I've had this cantaloupe for like 3 days. I didn't know it was a fucking cantaloupe.
I like it.
Oh.
All right. I would say that Luffy is a mandarin orange to me because he's my favorite. And also he's got layers. That's all I got. This is tough, man. You really racked my brain here. You nearly got us here. But you know what? We're going to keep going. Josh, Itadori, what fruit do you think he is?
Grapes.
Ooh, why? Grape, gut feeling or just?
No, I actually had some thought about this one.
Whoa.
I'm not deep though, or nothing, but
how deep can you get?
Itadori's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to take this back.
Oh man.
Okay. Itadori is like
Damn.
What's something you can just kind of eat? Oh, all right. Shit, I don't know. Damn, this is tough.
Yeah.
This is really tough.
It is tough.
Wait, can you come back around?
Yeah. Brian, do you have an answer? What would you think Itadori is?
I think Itadori would be like a fucking coconut.
Ooh.
Coconut, motherfucker.
You know what? I
definitely a fucking coconut.
Why?
You know what? All right. I know what we're doing.
Why, Brian? Why do you think he would be a coconut?
Okay.
No, I feel like, it's just a simple, like, bonk over the fucking head kind of fruit, you know?
Yeah.
I guess.
I agree. I think, like, Itadori's tough. He's hard to crack. Durable as all fuck. He's a coconut.
Sure. I'll go with coconut. Unanimously coconut. All right.
Midoriya. Josh, do you have anything for Midoriya? I actually have one here.
Go for it.
I think Midoriya is an apple. Versatile. Okay. Can be used in many ways. Has very different, has very applicable properties to other things. You can make an apple pie. You can make some kind of apple sauce. You can take it all different directions. Much like Midoriya, who has very many different powers. Is very versatile in moments. In the old days, Midoriya used to come up with strategies and shit. He used to be very on his feet.
In the old days.
Very adaptable. I didn't mean that as a sub. My bad, Midoriya. Josh, did anything inspire you there?
Oh shit. Midoriya is like, what kind of apple did you say?
I said an apple. I didn't say it.
Just an apple?
He could be any kind of apple because he's got multiple quirks.
Damn, that's slick. Definitely. Well, it's your series, Brian. You go.
Brian, what do you think Midoriya is?
I'd say he's like a banana.
A banana? Why?
Because like a banana has many forms, you know. There's the banana with the peel on, then there's the banana without the peel, then there's the peel without the banana in it. I
What?
feel like
Because he's a
He could be-
vessel.
yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
The peels are
He'd
like a
have,
vessel, just like Midoriya.
He'd have,
Okay.
have a lot going on, you know.
Dog, we're trying here, man.
All right, I say Midoriya is like a navel orange, right? A simple orange, a basic orange, run in the mill.
Mm.
Because you know how people say apples and oranges, like two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Fan base is usually split. And yeah, I picked apples, so I'm gonna go with oranges. Some people really like Midoriya, and others really don't fuck with Midoriya, but they like a lot of the other characters in the series.
Yeah.
Not for myself personally, but also I think orange is kind of is kind of a complex fruit.
It is.
You have to back, to eat it, and people are kind of on the fence about oranges too. Some people kind of love them or hate them.
Personally, I love them.
Midoriya is like oranges and apples are standard fruits. Same like bananas. You know what I'm saying? The type of shit you'll get like at your elementary school.
Mhm.
You know? So but oranges of the three are probably the more, the less chosen maybe because it takes more effort to eat them. I don't know.
Yeah, let's not go through the weeds here. Let's not get lost in the weeds.
Yeah.
Let's just
All right.
let's just do our
Orange.
best here.
Orange.
Asta. Who's next? Asta.
I'll take this one. I say he's like grapes.
Asta's grapes? Why?
Because it always enjoyable. Everybody can enjoy it. But too much of it, and you're just like I don't know. I can't eat too many grapes because then it's like too fucking sweet, and like I don't want grapes for a long time. It's like, yo, this is nice, but really, it's a low tier fruit. Everyone likes it.
Low
but it's
tier.
really low.
Wow.
Yo, some of the really good fruits like oranges or fucking pineapple.
I can't believe you said grapes are low tier fruit.
They're not low tier. I was
How
bugging.
dare you, Brian? What do you think Asta is? I mean, I know you have like the least experience with Asta out of the three of us, but what do you just off the bat, just off of our coverage, what do you think that Asta is? Oh damn! Did he quit? Oh man, I hope he didn't crash. Well,
No,
My bad. I forgot I was muted.
damn right.
I'm gonna go with the same methodology as Josh here, and I'm gonna pick a fruit that I don't like to eat for extended periods of time, and I'm gonna go with a pineapple because every time, I eat one pineapple, like slice of a pineapple, I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, and I eat like more than three, and then my lips start to feel weird. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I hate fucking pineapples. Why do I eat pineapples? Yeah.
Yeah. What's a really Asta to me? Damn. What's like a good sour fruit that's not a lemon? Like
lime.
very yeah. Asta's a lime. He makes me go like if I have too much of him in one time.
Like a green apple.
Yeah, Asta's a green apple. Sour.
Christian's allergic to apples, so
Yeah, low key.
that would make him allergic to Asta.
Yep.
Who's allergic to apples?
Me.
What?
I'm allergic to raw apples. I don't know if that's even a thing.
What? What?
Because I can eat apple pie. Like I eat apple pie.
Like with apples in them?
You're writing that down as an episode title?
Yeah.
Raw apples.
All right.
Even if we don't use that as a title, I want to always remember that.
It just makes my it makes my entire mouth swollen. It feels it's something's weird about it, and so does Asta. So I like Asta. I like Asta fine, but he's that to me.
It's great. I'm sorry. So when's the last time you tried an apple?
It's been a while. I've had apple pie since. I'm fine.
Well, applesauce.
I haven't had applesauce in a while. Carrots do the same thing to me. Like raw carrots do the same thing to me. I don't know if there's like something with raw carrots, but
Is that TMI? Or
no, I can like the thing is like my throat. It doesn't close up. I'm not like deathly allergic to them, but like I definitely feel like a weird like sensation in my throat, and also my mouth gets a little swollen, like on my lips and my like inner cheek. It's weird. Like I guess I have a mild allergy, if that's even possible. I don't know anything about any. I don't know what's. Please comment if you know if this is a thing. But yeah. So that's Asta. Andy and Fuko. What are they? This is tough. Kiwi strawberry to me. They go together well. They go together well.
Kiwis are sour. I forgot about that. Kiwis and strawberries, they do go together well.
Yeah.
Raspberry and blackberry.
Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't have said Itadori's like a blackberry or something. Yeah.
I mean, you could still do that. I don't think you actually answer for Itadori, so you can say blackberry.
Why? Because they're sweet, but they're grainy. And he's a really nice person, but he'll also get gritty. Hey.
All right, I like it. Brian, do you have anything for Andy or Fuko? I wouldn't blame you if you don't, because you actually 100% don't read Undead Unluck.
I'm gonna say Andy is a tomato.
Oh.
Okay.
And
because he splats everywhere?
yeah, because he'd be splat. And for
Fuko,
I'm gonna go with an avocado.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a really good one.
Yeah. All right. Now we have finally our monthly.
No particular reason. I just wanted to flex that an avocado is a fruit.
Sure.
Good for you. You're standing up for
like too, but whatever.
you're standing up for avocados over here. Like I didn't know they were persecuted across the world. But yeah. Okay. So now we have the three
that lasts a long ass time.
What?
What's a fruit that lasts a long?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Comment if you know, and that'll be Josh's answer. Okay, on to our monthly protagonists. Let's start off with a classic. Let's start off with Goku. What fruit is Goku?
What vegetable is he?
We can't. He would be.
I'm just asking.
He'd be a carrot because his name is Kakarot.
Oh, right.
But what fruit would he be? What's a fruit that always likes to fight?
I go first.
Yeah, go for it, Brian.
Plant fruit? No.
I'm gonna go with a squash. Wait, no, that's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Damn, Brian.
Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah,
That was not the rules, Brian. That was not the rules.
I'm
gonna go with coconut times 2.
Okay.
An even stronger coconut.
I'm gonna go with watermelon.
Hey, why?
Because it's better than Brian's. I don't know.
I guess.
Nah, because it's solid and strong.
It's a classic.
It's a classic, you know what I'm saying? It is a classic.
It's a classic.
Right at a certain time of the year too. I don't know what time of year that is for Dragon Ball Z, but it is that time. There's always that time of year where it's just good. Really, way better than it normally is.
Yeah,
I'm making it go.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. He's a watermelon.
Okay.
Okay, Boruto. I'll take this one. Boruto's a lemon because he's sour. Huh?
You ain't seen that? Goku.
I said I agree with you. I'm taking watermelon as well.
Wow. All right.
You did the same thing with me.
That's not.
We can't be here all night.
All right. You're lost.
Bruh.
Isn't Goku one of your favorite characters? You the one that read Dragon Ball.
Bruh. First of all, let's move on. Boruto's a lemon. He's a sour-ass kid. In the beginning of Boruto.
Would it be mad petty if I said lime?
No, not at all. He's a sour-ass boy. He's like, my dad's the president.
Yeah.
My dad's ninja president.
No, he's the Kiwi. I say he's like a Kiwi.
Hmm.
Because he's really a sweet boy, but he's also sour
He's a sweet boy.
and delicate.
He's a good boy, but he's a sour boy. He had his moments where he was just like, meh. He always wants to hang out with the village.
I need to expand my horizon on fruits.
Yeah, we gotta have. I guess moral of the story is that we gotta have more fruits, you guys. We gotta induce more fruits into our fucking diet.
It means to get particular too.
Yeah.
And it's back another time.
Brian, what did you think? What do you think Boruto is?
I think Boruto is a mango.
Oh, why?
Dang.
It's like really. Sometimes it's like really hard to chew through, but it's still a pretty good fruit.
It's a good fruit at the end of the day. I feel that. You know those peaches? We didn't even touch on peaches or nothing. Peaches, pears. Anyway, we got one more.
Okay, no. Okay. Undead is a mango,
Mm-hmm.
and Fuko is a peach.
Mango and peach.
Yeah,
Like a
mango
Snapple.
because it's durable, lasts fucking forever. Mango does last a minute.
Yeah, we just picked Snapple. We just picked Snapple flavors, didn't we? The both of us. There's mango peach Snapples, right?
Oh,
That's the first thing I thought of. Kiwi strawberry
Yeah.
Snapples.
mango madness.
All right,
Remember that?
I saved the best for last. Osamu. What fruit is Osamu?
Wow.
This is tough. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to find like a really standard fruit, just like I don't know, blueberry. What's just like a good old fruit, reliable. Apples would be a good. Banana would be a good for.
And he's frail like a banana.
Yeah,
Very important and essential.
so much potassium.
So much energy too.
Yeah.
Potassium, yes.
No, yeah, potassium equals strategy, bro, and that's what Osamu is. Osamu's a
Not-
banana.
You know, like I wish I had eaten like 2 bananas before starting class instead of a bacon, egg, and cheese.
I do
I
that.
probably would have been paying a lot more attention.
I do that a lot at work now. I eat 2 bananas.
Keeps you sharp, right?
Trying my
I
best.
mean- And then an orange most mornings. Although I went a bagel and cream cheese today, not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
Brian, what do you think Osamu is?
Let's see. I would say that Osamu is something that pairs well with a fruit, not a fruit itself.
You can't cheat. You can't just say he's not a fruit.
I'm gonna say Osamu is not a fruit. Yuma's a fruit. I'm gonna say Osamu is more
Well,
like
okay, so what would you
granola
say Yuma?
that you put in like a yogurt bowl, you know?
So what would you say
Alright.
Yuma is?
Y'all know what daikon is?
Yeah, I know what a daikon is.
Alright, for some reason when I think of Osamu, I think of daikon. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why at all, but for some reason I just think daikon.
Okay.
It looks so basic and plain.
Yeah.
You know, but there's so much more to it. I just don't know.
I'm sticking with banana though. I think that was a good one. I wanted a staple for Osamu because he's very
I mean,
much.
daikon's not a fruit, so. Daikon's not a fruit, it's a vegetable, so.
Well, you guys are just cheating at the end.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's what I think about. I can't lie.
That's
Banana
fair.
is what I had to actually think about.
Well, that was this question. Wow. Jeez Louise, Mike. I know that this is just going to egg you on to ask more bizarre questions. Lob us a softball every now and then.
Yeah, this was intense.
This was a lot. But it was mad
Yeah.
fun. Thank you for submitting questions at all, dude. If you guys want to ask us
Looking
perplexing...
forward to the next question.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us perplexing inquiries, email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com. But yeah, that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. As per usual, we will be back next week for a weekly sode, and then at the beginning of April, we'll do a monthly sode for both the American comics and our monthly series. when World Trigger comes out, the first week of April. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Until then, you can follow me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram, Josh at JDCole_37, and at NYChillin on Twitter. You could follow Brian at b.esp on Twitter and Instagram. And the boy's back streaming again at twitch.tv/It's Punchline. So check us out. Check him out over there. He's playing Valorant and League of Legends.
And he's going to download Fortnite and try it out without the building.
Yeah, he's going to do that for sure, 100%. So follow him there. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, especially because we do a really good chapter of the week poll every week. And you get to vote for your favorite series. I'm going to put a monthly poll up as well as an American Comics poll for the American Comics VGI. So, follow us there. Take part in the poll. We'll reveal the results on the poll. Follow us on TikTok as well. We have a TikTok. It's the same thing, at New Jump City. Maybe we'll get around to doing just like, oh, Jesus, Brian left. And it threw off all of our momentum, but I guess I'll take that off because it's just plugs. But yeah, TikTok, at New Jump City. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about, just like we did with the Mike B anime protagonists as fruit. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, audio platforms. The audio podcast comes out first, so check us out then. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a share, comment what you thought about every chapter that we covered this week. And yeah, give us a general love. Any feedback would be very appreciated. But with that being said, that's the end of our show. Thank you guys so much for listening, and stay safe, New Jump citizens.